years over a text message. One text message. And the messed up part, I didn't even send it. Hi, I'm Emily. And okay, before I get into this, I need you to understand something. This isn't like a we grew apart story. This is a full-blown, dramatic, movie-worthy friendship breakup. And honestly, I'm still not over it. So let's get into it. So her name was Maddie. And Maddie and I had been friends since literally the 4th grade. Like, we're talking matching friendship bracelets, sleepovers every weekend. We knew each other's family drama. We knew each other's crushes before they knew themselves. That kind of friend. Maddie was chaotic in the best way. She was the friend who'd convince you to do something insane at 1 a.m. and somehow make it sound like the best idea you'd ever heard. She had zero filter. She was loud. She was hilarious. And honestly, I loved that about her. But here's the thing about Maddie that I didn't clock for way too long. She also had this side to her where she needed to be the main character. Like always. If you had good news, she somehow had better news. If something bad happened to you, she'd redirect it back to something worse that happened to her. I used to just brush it off. That's just Maddie being Maddie. Looking back, I was making excuses for something that had been a problem for years. Okay, so last year. This is where it actually starts falling apart. I just started dating someone, I'll call him Jake, and I was genuinely so happy. Like, annoyingly happy. The kind of happy where you're texting your best friend 50 updates a day because you just can't help it. And at first, Maddie seemed excited for me. She'd ask questions, she'd hype me up, all of that. But then, slowly, I started noticing this shift. Every time I brought up Jake, she'd change the subject. Or she'd make this joke that was like 70% funny and 30% mean. Stuff like, wow, must be nice having someone actually want to date you. And then laugh like it was nothing. I remember the first time she said that, I actually just laughed along. Because that's what you do, right? You laugh it off. You don't want to make things weird. But internally, something didn't sit right. So a few weeks go by. Jake and I are doing great. And I invite Maddie to hang out with both of us, thinking maybe if she actually got to know him, things would go back to normal. Huge mistake. We met up at this little coffee place downtown, and I swear, from the second we sat down, Maddie was different. She kept making these little comments, like Jake would say something totally normal, and she'd go, oh wow, okay, in this tone that just dripped with sarcasm. And Jake, bless him, just kept trying to be nice, kept trying to include her, and she just wasn't having it. At one point, Jake got up to order us more coffee, and the second he was out of earshot, Maddie turned to me and said, so this is what you're into now? And I was like, what do you mean? I don't know, he just seems kind of boring. And I remember feeling this weird twist in my stomach, because it wasn't even really about Jake. It felt like it was about me. Like she was mad that I was happy without her being the center of it. I didn't say anything though. I just kind of laughed it off again. God, looking back, I did that so much. I was so good at laughing off things that actually hurt. So fast forward another month. My birthday's coming up, and I'm planning this whole dinner thing with my close friends. Obviously, Maddie's invited. She's my best friend. That's non-negotiable in my head. The week before my birthday, I post something on my story. Just me and Jake, nothing crazy. Just a cute photo from a date. And within like 10 minutes, Maddie texts me. Wow, didn't realize you had time for me anymore. And I remember staring at that text like, what? Because we'd hung out literally 4 days before that. We texted constantly. I genuinely didn't understand where this was coming from. I tried explaining that calmly, like, Maddie, we just hung out on Tuesday. What are you talking about? And she just left me on read. For 2 days. 2 days, right before my birthday. So my birthday dinner happens. Maddie shows up late, obviously, and she's being weirdly quiet the whole night. Like everyone else is having a great time. And she's just sitting there on her phone, barely talking. And at one point, one of my other friends asks her a question, and she just goes, sorry, I don't really feel like being here. In front of everyone, at my birthday dinner. I remember my face just going hot. Like, I wanted to disappear. Everyone kind of went quiet for a second, and then someone changed the subject. And the night continued. But that comment just sat in my chest the entire rest of the dinner. After everyone left, I texted her. I was like, hey, are you okay? You seemed off tonight. Genuinely trying to check in. Because despite everything, I still cared about her. And she replied with this massive paragraph. And I mean massive. Basically saying that I'd changed. That I only cared about Jake now. That I never made time for her anymore. That she felt replaced. And I sat there reading it. And honestly, at first I felt guilty. Like, oh my God, did I actually do this? Did I actually neglect her? So I started replying, trying to apologize, trying to fix it. But then I stopped. And I actually went back through our texts. Like really went back. And I realized I had reached out more than she had. I had initiated plans more than she had. I had asked about her life constantly. This wasn't about me pulling away. This was about her not being the only priority in my life anymore. That realization hit different. Because for 12 years, I think some part of our friendship worked. Because I was always available. Always centering her. And the second that shifted, even a little, she couldn't handle it. So I sent a completely different reply than the one I'd started. I said something like, Maddie, I think you're upset because I'm not as available as I used to be. But that doesn't mean I don't care about you. Relationships change when other things enter your life. That's normal. I need you to be happy for me, not resentful. She didn't reply for 3 days. And on day 3, this is where the actual explosion happens. I get a text from a mutual friend, screenshots and everything, of Maddie's private story. And it's okay. It's not naming me directly, but it's very clearly about me. Talking about how some people only care about their relationship now, how fake some friendships turn out to be, how she's seeing people's true colors. And I just remember sitting there, staring at my phone, feeling this mix of hurt and anger that I genuinely hadn't felt before. Because this wasn't private anymore. This was her airing our friendship to literally everyone we knew, without even talking to me first. I called her. She didn't pick up. I called again. Nothing. So I texted her. I said, I saw your story. If you have a problem with me, talk to me directly instead of posting vague things for everyone to see. She replied instantly this time, and it was just brutal. She said I'd become obsessed with Jake, that I abandoned her, that she'd always known I'd do this eventually, that I was just like everyone else who leaves. And that last line, just like everyone else who leaves, that hit me hard, because I started realizing this wasn't actually about me. This was about something way deeper in her that had nothing to do with Jake or my birthday or any of it. But I was 23, not her therapist. I couldn't fix 12 years of whatever was going on in her head in one conversation. So I said something I never thought I'd say to her. I said, I think we need space from each other. And she replied with one word. Fine. That was it. 12 years, and it ended with one word over text. For weeks after that, I kept expecting her to reach out. Kept checking my phone like an idiot. Some nights, I'd start typing a message to her and delete it before sending. I missed her. Genuinely missed her. Even with everything that happened. But then, I started noticing something. Life without that specific stress was actually calmer. I didn't realize how much energy I was spending trying to manage her feelings, trying to predict her moods, trying to make sure I wasn't too happy around her. That's exhausting. That's genuinely exhausting. And I hadn't even realized I was doing it for years. It's been about 8 months now. We haven't spoken. I still see her stuff sometimes through mutual friends. And there's still this small part of me that misses the Maddie from 4th grade. The one before all this. But I've made peace with the fact that people change, and sometimes the people who knew you best growing up aren't the people who are good for you as an adult. Jake and I are still together, by the way. And honestly, that whole situation kind of tested our relationship in a weird way, too. But it made me realize something important. The people who actually care about you want to see you happy. Full stop. No sarcasm, no jealousy, no weird competition. If someone can't handle your happiness, that says everything about them and nothing about you. I don't hate Maddie. I want to be clear about that. I think she's dealing with stuff I probably don't even fully understand. But I also learned that loving someone even for 12 years, doesn't mean you owe them a front row seat to your life forever, especially if being there cost you your peace. So yeah, that's my friend breakup story. Wild.